Good morning, good morning, good morning. Coffee one, here we are. How are you? Good morning. It's Thursday, and somehow we got to Thursday. Somehow, and I don't know how we got here. This week has flown. Now I have, been revamping a lot of things, and I've been a busy, busy girl. And so some updates, and then we'll do the reading. And the updates are, if you haven't checked out my YouTube channel, do that. I dropped the May monthly All Signs reading, and I'm going to be dropping the full moon in Scorpio reading today at noon. What was really cool about that is I did there's going to be timestamps for that one. And I didn't do all the 12 different individual signs, but I grouped them. So there's 4 timestamps, one for earth signs, one for water signs, one for air signs, one for sun signs. So earth, water, fire, air. Those are the 4. Okay. So really excited about that coming for you today. And then I'm going to start putting out content. So the first content piece is going to be about universal laws. And so how does the universe work? And what can you do to be able to utilize the universal laws in raising your frequency so that you can start manifesting what it is you want. You can start connecting with who it is you want. You can start living the life you want. And when you start understanding these laws, things really start to kind of drop in. Things really start to open up. So I'm really excited about starting to drop content on my YouTube channel. And if you haven't gone over to the website, it's pretty brand spanking new. So on there, there's a video for welcome. There's a video for IET on the homepage. There's testimonials. There's one of the big questions I keep getting inboxed is, basically, how does this work? Like when I book a session, what happens, right? So there's a little section I added last night on what happens when you book a session. So if it's a reading, basically when you book your session, you get to pick the day and the time, and that's all coordinated with my calendar. And that will then generate an email, confirmation email for the appointment with your Zoom link. And at 5 minutes before the meeting begins, I will open the Zoom link and we get together. You can do Zoom on your phone, and you can do Zoom on your computer. You can do Zoom on your tablet. Like, you just have to download the app Zoom. If you want an in-person appointment, you can still book online. In the comment section on the booking feature, when you go to pay, there's a comment. So in that comment box, you just write, you want an in-person session. It's that simple. If it's an IET session, it works the same way. You're going to get the Zoom link. I'm going to open the Zoom link 5 minutes before the session. And then the first 15 minutes of the session will be in the Zoom meeting where we set the intention. And then the rest of that 30 to 45 minutes is actually off camera. I'm going to shut the Zoom meeting. You're going to go find some place to relax. I'm going to work with the angels and facilitate the healing on my end. About 30 to 45 minutes after the session, about an hour, within the hour of the session, you're going to receive an email that pretty much details what I did, what I experienced, who was in your session angelically, and where we kind of did a lot of releasing. And then I invite you to a free 20-minute debriefing call, 2 to 3 days a week out, where we're going to do another Zoom meeting for about 20 minutes where you get to ask your questions, talk about your experience. And that call is part of the session. So that is like free. It's a bonus. And then we go from there. Whether you want to book another session. And that's how it works. Working with me is super simple. It's super simple. Good morning, Jacqueline. Good morning, Kara. We're on coffee one. We're on coffee one. So check out my YouTube channel if you have not done so already. Please like and subscribe. Please like and subscribe. Thank you, thank you, thank you for those of you who have subscribed recently. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Very excited to see that number go up so that I can start going live on YouTube. That will be really, really fun, and interact with all of you there as well. Yeah, really, just things are going well, guys. Things are going so well, and I hope things are going well for you, because I know these energies are a lot. And when I kind of tuned in for like what, well, I'm going to start with these cards. So I was pulling Magic of the Unicorns to kind of gauge like where this reading would go this morning, so I could do I'm trying to put a tag or a title on these videos before I actually start the reading. And I start these readings to see what wants to come through, right? So so I've been using kind of cards to like indicate like, okay, where's this reading going to go? Oh, thank you, Kara. That was really sweet. Very true. Working with you is very simple and truly amazing. Oh, thank you, honey. I'm glad things are going well. All right. So I grabbed what I thought would be one unicorn card for us so that we could kind of see where the full reading would go. And then lo and behold, I got 3. And it really filled my heart up. It really filled my heart up, because I know you're all going through it in this eclipse energy. May not be the easiest month with this eclipse and this full moon in Scorpio. And I feel like there's a lot coming up in the message. I mean, if you have been watching my videos for the past week, right? Or a week and a half, like it's been pretty intense. Like the message is coming through about transformation and about standing in your power and about who the enemy in your camp is, and like all of that, right? It's a lot. It's big. It's big stuff. So these cards, it started with Cosmic Pearl. Expand your psychic gifts. Open the gate to the angelic realms. Because basically the angels are wanting to come in and support you. Whatever you're going through, they want to come in and support you. But we have to invoke them, because we're on Earth, right? In the school or in the experiment, however you want to look at it. And you came in for transformation. You came in, whether you're here to help raise the vibrational frequency of the planet, whether you're here to heal generational and karmic debt, whether you're here for your own experience, like whatever the reason, they want to help. So we have to build that relationship, that connection. And so I really love that we got the Cosmic Pearl. And I'm actually going to read how to in this deck. I really love how she gives us kind of the direction. Like she gives us the direction on how to use or work with the unicorn realm. So work with a Cosmic Pearl. I'm just going to read the steps to do that. All right. And then you can come back to this and do that at your own time, or you can do it right now. All right. So get comfortable. Maybe take a nice deep breath in, let it out. If possible, drink a glass of water before making this connection. Imagine yourself sitting by a serene sea on a moonlit night. Archangel Jules places a magnificent cosmic pearl in your third eye. Sense it enhancing your psychic abilities. It expands until it surrounds your causal chakra. Archangel Christiel touches it with unicorn energy. Your causal chakra opens and becomes a portal to the angelic realms. Enter the 7th heaven and experience the love of the angels. The affirmation is, I am illuminated by a cosmic pearl. And you can do that once. You can do that as many times as you need to. Your causal chakra is actually an energetic chakra right off of the base of your skull. Dr. Thomas and I talk about the causal chakra in one of our consciousness conversations. So if you want a lot more information about the causal chakra, go over to my YouTube channel, or if you're watching this on YouTube, just go to the Consciousness Conversations playlist. and just scroll through until you see causal chakra. Speaking of which, he and I will be together talking about light language today at 3:30. So if you're not able to join us live at 3:30 on Facebook and YouTube, Eastern Standard Time, go to the replay. Because this is what the unicorns and the angels want to help you do, is connect. Connect to your higher self. Connect to the help and the guidance. Because remember, your higher self, the unicorns, they can see the big picture for you. And they can guide you to where it will be the most beneficial for you to be. And then the second card that came out, new opportunities. Declutter your life, glimpse a magical doorway. Look at that. Look at that. Yeah, it's time. It's time for new opportunities. It's time to move forward. It's time to embrace new opportunities. So when something comes in, it's like, don't block it by thinking it's too much. I'm not good enough. Who am I? No. Just say thank you. Just say thank you. So they're coming. Are you going to embrace them is going to be the question. Not, are they going to show up? They're going to show up. But are you ready to embrace them? Soul satisfaction. Honor your uniqueness. Do what makes you feel good. Societal expectation. What everybody else is doing. What's acceptable. And they're bringing me back to back in the 80s, 70s and 80s, all the ad campaigns were about these super stick thin women that were just maybe, less than 1% of the population could be that size, right? And the rest of us were trying to get on that bandwagon and somehow be that size, even though we were hippie and I don't mean hippie like flower child. I mean hippie like we had hips, like we could bear a child. And so, this is what I'm being brought to, where people are judging you or criticizing you, or you're trying to fit into some mold, whether it's family, societal, whatever it is. Where do you need to step out of that and really allow you to shine in your uniqueness, shine in your gifts and talents, and fill up your cup, right? Soul satisfaction, fill up your cup, because that's what we're being called to do. And I know right now in the energies, the numerology is all about 1s and 5s, and this is a 5. 2 + 3 is 5. So where do you have to really get into soul satisfaction and step away from what other people think or what you feel society is wanting from you or dictating to you, or a fear of criticism and judgment? Where is it that you have to sit down with yourself and go, I'm good enough. What I love is important. What I'm interested in is important. Who I am is a part of the tapestry. And I can't look like the other parts of the tapestry. I have to be my unique self. So that's where the message started today. Where can you be your unique self? Where can you embrace your gifts and talents? All right. Let's see where Spirit wants to take this. Oh, there's one. Yeah, because it's time for you to shine your star. It's time for you to shine. It's time for you to be the star in your own story. It's time for you. I just feel like expansion, like expanding your heart. If you're shining your light, if you're filling up your cup, you're expanding your light, you're radiating your authenticity. And I feel like that's what's going on right now, is all these changes that you're going through, all of the things that are falling away, all of the things you're being brought to the aha moment of, oh, that's why that fell apart, or that's why I couldn't stay in that situation, or that's, oh, okay, now that's like, you're getting all these realizations, right? You're getting all of these aha moments, these epiphanies, and this is why, so that you can shine your light, so that you can step into your authenticity, so you can be who you truly came here to be. Have the love that you deserve, not settle. Not stay in a situation because it's comfortable, but to run towards a situation that is going to expand you. It is going to make you feel uncomfortable on occasion, because you're going to be called to do and be things that you want, but you're afraid of. So you have to make the choice. You have to make the choice to shine your light. You have to make the choice to go in the direction that's going to allow you to shine your light. Yeah, that's what I want right there. Yeah, it's time. And for some of you, this is going to be a new partner, a new confidant, a new mentor. For some of you this month, you are going to be coming into connection with a soulmate, or yeah, something about healing, like a karmic debt or a karmic pattern. So for some of you, this is going to feel pretty intense, but in a good way, because it's going to allow you to shine your light. Make the choice to choose you. Make the choice to choose the new direction. Make the choice to embrace what you're being brought. Yeah. Because this month, or today, as the intention is, this is a daily reading, some balance or some justice may be restored today. And it could be that you're balancing and allowing yourself justice. You're giving yourself justice. You're setting boundaries and you're saying no. You're allowing the balance to be the important part, right? If it's not balancing me, if it's not giving to me as much as I'm giving to it, I can't go there. I can't do that, because that's not choosing me and that's not shining my light. So today, if it's not a balanced situation, that's not your direction. Good morning, Julie. Because it's time. It's time for you to have confidence, stand in your power. And truly, when you're being authentic, truly when you're honoring yourself, truly when you're shining, truly when you're choosing you and getting into balance, that's when the key you get the keys, right? The keys to the castle, the keys to life. That's what I'm going to be talking about when I do the universal laws. You know, not only do you like attracts like, but also as above, so below, as within, so without. Really, really important. The law of attraction and the law of correspondence, they work hand in hand. Good morning, Susan. We need one more. Let's get one more. Oh, and it flew. Oh, yes, there it is. It's your choice. It's your choice. It's your choice. You can go in whatever direction you want to go, and it's your choice. And sometimes we don't feel like we have a choice because we don't allow ourselves to get uncomfortable. We don't allow ourselves to see the bigger picture. We get very kind of caught up in our own head, right? Our own ego. We get caught up in our own situation that we don't see that there's more. We don't see that there's options. And that's what I feel like today. You have to see the options today. Shine your, and the options are going to be, where are you shining your light? Where does your light shine? Who does your light shine with? Where are you in balance in shining your light? That's the option. So it's almost like if you basically drop down into your heart and you're true to what you want and who you are, you'll make the right choice. But are you going to allow yourself to drop down into your heart and maybe get a little uncomfortable? Because if you go in the direction that is comfortable, you're not going to be shining your light. You're going to be hiding. And it's time to shine. It's time to shine. It's time to shine. It's time to have choice. It's time to get into balance. I love this reading today, because if you watch May and watch your sun, moon, and rising for kind of a full, bigger picture of the month, right? Take what resonates. And then you watch the full moon in Scorpio video. I'm going to drop at noon today, right? This month is going to bring some challenges. But it's this, I love that they're bringing this message through that it's time for you to shine. And that's why you're bringing the challenges, because there's places and situations you've been in that just don't serve you. And it's time for new people. It's time for new choices. It's time for you to stand in your power. It's time for you to get balanced with who you are and what you want, what your gifts and talents are, where your passion is, what you desire. Yes, you're supposed to have that. And if you keep putting that in the background, that's why things aren't working out. You got to honor yourself. All right, let's get some advice. Oops, let's get some advice. Good morning, good morning, good morning. If you're just joining me, please watch the beginning of this reading, because I did start with The Magic of the Unicorns by Diana Cooper, and pulled 3 of those cards to start, which was a little unusual. We usually start with the tarot and then go from there. But I sat down to pull 1 card for like a theme or an overarching, where's this reading maybe going to go? And yeah, they gave me 3. Oh yeah, there it is. Look at that. You're not alone. For those of you who are like, how do I make a new choice? How do I go in a new direction? How do I get out of my comfort zone? You invoke your guardian angel. Your guardian angel is always with you, loving you, watching over you, guiding you, giving you signs. So tap in. And it's easy as just saying, please help me. I had to surrender. A few days ago, I was in my kitchen and I was beating my head against a wall, trying to force something. That wasn't going to work. I surrendered. I said, God, I give it over. I give it to you. I'm going to just do these dishes, and everything else I give to you. And here we are, and it's all good. Invoke your guardian angel. Request that benevolent outcome, right? That most benevolent outcome. Speaking of, look at that synchronicity. Look at that. Lord. When God speaks, God speaks. Good morning, Cynthia. Surrender is a practice. Surrender isn't a one and done. Surrender is doing what you can in the moment and letting everything else go. The worry, the fear, the how, the when, the why, all of it. You just give it to God. And you do what you can. Make the phone calls, clean, rest, eat right, ground, meditate. And then when all that's kind of done and you're like, okay, I still don't know what's going to happen, go do something joyful. Get into the high vibrational frequency of joy, right? Open your energy field up. So yesterday I got done with all the videos that I did yesterday and worked really hard all day. And then I needed some baby time. So on my evening walk, I walked over to my daughter's, and I probably only stayed, I think 10, maybe 15 minutes, but it was enough time to get baby cuddles in. Do what makes you happy. Fill up your joy. Surrender is a practice. Call in your guardian angel, your support system when you need it. If you're really, truly having a hard time shining your light, being who you came here to be, because of whatever reason, right? Ultimately, it comes down to fear. You're afraid. You're afraid of criticism and judgment. You're afraid of not receiving. You're afraid of what other people think. Whatever it is, surrender it. Surrender it. I need to shine my light. Please take this from me, this fear from me. And they will. Call in Archangel Michael for strength. Call in Archangel Raphael for healing. Maybe Archangel Gabriel to help you speak your truth from that heart-centered place where it can be received by others. Beautiful message today. So I've been talking about this book, The Gentle Way by Tom T. Moore. If you haven't heard me talk about it, I'm going to talk about it right now. Basically, it's a book full of testimonials from people who have, in situations, who have just used the simple phrase, I request a most benevolent outcome for, and say what it is, and just leave it. You leave it. You don't worry about it. You don't think about it. You've said it. You've invoked. You're done. When it shows up, and it will, you simply say, thank you, thank you, thank you. And you don't have to say why you're saying thank you. They know why you're saying thank you. It's that simple. So if you're someone that's really, really struggling, you can't pay a bill, you don't have support, whatever it is, invoke your angelic team who are always right there, ready to support you, guide you, give you signs, bring synchronicity to you. It's not coincidence. It's your team bringing you synchronicity. Yes, Zoe. Yes. Use this practice, Zoe. 2 practices today. Surrender, and I request a most benevolent outcome. And yes, things will get better. That's how it works. Because it's time for you to shine your light. It's time for you to choose what is going to allow you to be your most authentic version, the most authentic version you came here to be, who you truly are. So this is where we started with the unicorns. Cosmic Pearl, expand your psychic gifts, open the gate to the angelic realms. New opportunities, declutter your life, glimpse a magical doorway. In soul satisfaction, honor your uniqueness, do what makes you feel good. Yeah. Yes. And if you really are stuck, if you really are blocked, that is where I would invite you to check out my website and really look into integrated energy therapy, a beautiful modality of energy healing where me and the 9 archangels of IET are going to go in your energy field and transform the issues in your tissues, the things you're holding on to, the ways in which you're blocked, that you're not able to release on your own, transform on your own. Very deep-seated. And for some of you, generational, and for some of you, karmic. But these patterns, it's time for them to go. And energy cannot be destroyed. It has to be transformed. And that's what we do. We get in your energy field and we take you from glass half empty to glass half full. And we flip that switch. Good morning, Dr. Thomas. So if that is something you're being called to do, please check out my website, because I am ready to partner with you and the angels to facilitate you living your most authentic life, being able to manifest, connect, be lighter. Many people walk around with a mask on because they have pain. They're stuffing down abuse. They're stuffing down trauma. They're stuffing down resentment and anger and all the things that have either built up or came into this lifetime, and it's time to let that go. It's time to be done with it. And especially if you're someone who has worked in law enforcement, in healthcare, military, you're holding a lot of trauma. And what I love about IET is we don't have to talk about it. You don't have to relive the trauma that you're holding on to. Because I know in those situations, it can be pretty raw. But that's what's beautiful about IET is the angels are going to go in and help you. All we do is set the intention. So if you're someone that's really carrying a lot, whether people realize it or not, it's time to transform it. It's time to release it. It's time to let it go. It's time to come into that full version of who you came here to be in this lifetime, at this time. Thank you, Cynthia. Thank you. So Dr. Thomas asks, is a glass even needed? Can the water just always be flowing? It can. But for many people, we have to flip the switch before it can flow. So thank you for that. So Dr. Thomas and I will be back at 3:30 live for Consciousness Conversation, where we're going to talk about light language and light language 101. So if you're not sure what we're talking about, it is a 101 conversation, very beginning. So join us. If you want more on the causal chakra, we did talk about that in one of the conversations. So go to my playlist on YouTube and check that out for more information on your causal chakra. All kinds of good stuff going on, guys. Sending you so much love and so much light. Have a beautiful rest of your day, and we'll talk soon. Thank you, everyone. Truly.